A day on the focus. Hey everyone, and welcome back to your daily dose of history. Today is December 7th, and boy do we have a roller coaster of a day to unpack. Forge. First off, let's travel way back to 43 BC. Ouch! That's the day the Roman orator and politician Cicero met his untimely end, assassinated on the orders of Mark Antony. Talk about a bad day at the office. Guess even back then, political rivals weren't always the nicest. Fast forward a bit to 1703, and buckle up, because we're hit by the Great Storm of 1703. Think of the worst hurricane you've ever seen, and then multiply the wind speeds by 1,000. Seriously, 120 miles per hour gusts. 9,000 people died. That's a storm to remember, albeit not in a good way. Then, we jump to 1787. Woohoo! Delaware becomes the first state to ratify the United States Constitution. Someone get Delaware a celebratory pie. That's a major historical achievement. Of course, no discussion of December 7th is complete without mentioning 1941, Pearl Harbor. The day that lives in infamy. A surprise attack by the Japanese Imperial Navy on the U.S. Pacific Fleet. A devastating blow that plunged the United States into World War II. History books are full of it. But hey, it wasn't all doom and gloom. On December 7, 1732, the Royal Opera House opened in Covent Garden, London. That's right, a dose of culture amid all the chaos. Perhaps some of those affected by the Great Storm could have sought solace there. And finally, a little bit of lighter news. December 7, 1963, marked the debut of instant replay during the Army-Navy football game. Imagine the sports world before instant replay. It would have been chaos. So there you have it, a whirlwind tour of December 7th. From assassinations to storms to war to opera, it's been a wild ride through history. Now, for a little creative story weaving these events together. Imagine Cicero, transported magically to 1941, witnessing the Pearl Harbor attack. He'd be bewildered beyond belief. A Roman senator, used to gladiatorial combat and political maneuvering, seeing the power of modern warfare might be disconcerting. Later, recovering from the shock, a gust of wind, reminiscent of the Great Storm of 1703, whirls him through time again. He lands smack dab in the middle of the Royal Opera House opening night in 1732, finding temporary comfort in the beautiful chaos of a stage show. Only to be yanked forward once again to celebrate with the citizens of Delaware its successful ratification of the Constitution. Through the laughter and relief, he could not help but reflect on the events that had changed the course of history, making him appreciate the seemingly simple, everyday comforts of life, the things often overlooked in times of chaos and war. As he fades away, he leaves behind a profound message, a silent testament to the resilience of the human spirit. He understands now that throughout history, despite the storms, the destruction, and the betrayals, humanity endures, continuing its journey to shape its future. That's all for today, folks. Tune in tomorrow for another exciting day on The Focus.